Good morning, folks. My name is Curtis Chandler. I'm president here at PFL. We hope that everyone had a fantastic weekend. The Dow closed higher on Friday of last week, but lower, 153.76 points week over week. The S&P 500 closed higher on Friday of last week and higher 36 points week over week. The Nasdaq closed higher on Friday of last week and was higher 299.87 points week over week. In overnight trading, Dow futures traded higher and are expected to open up 80 points this morning. Oil prices settled higher on Friday of last week, but lower week over week. WI traded up 76 cents per barrel on Friday of last week to close at 79.83 per barrel, down $1.42 week over week. U.S. commercial crude inventories decreased by 6.1 million barrels week over week. U.S. crude inventories are 2% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Total motor gasoline inventories increased by 1.5 million barrels week over week and are 5% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Distillate fuel inventories increased by 900,000 barrels week over week and are 16% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Propane and propylene inventories increased by 1.7 million barrels week over week and are 21% above the 5-year average for this time of year. Propane prices closed at 63 cents per gallon, down 9 cents per gallon week over week, and down 45 cents per gallon year over year as inventories build. WTI is poised to open up 42 cents a barrel from Friday's close. Total North American weekly rail volumes were down 4.18% in week 33 compared to the same week last year. 7 of AR's 11 major traffic categories posted year-over-year decreases. The most significant decrease came from grain, which was down 16.78%. The most significant increase was from motor vehicles and parts, which was up 14.11%. North American rig count was down by 9 rigs week over week. U.S. rig count was down by 10 rigs week over week and down by 133 rigs year over year. The U.S. currently has 632 active rigs. Canada's rig count was up by 1 rig week over week, but down by 11 rigs year over year. Canada's overall rig count is 190 active rigs. Overall, year over year, we are down 144 rigs collectively. Folks, we have a few things we are watching out there for you. We are watching TMX. TMX is at risk of more delays with a potential route change. Folks, just when you didn't think it was possible, the impossible happens. How difficult is it to build a pipeline these days? Well, if you're building one in Canada and certain states in the United States, it can be challenging to say the least. TMX is a pipeline expansion that is set to boost Canada's oil shipments to the Pacific Coast and is facing the prospect of costly delays just before its scheduled startup. See PFL's Rail Report for further details. We continue to watch labor strikes. There was some good news last week. UPS struck a deal with workers that will be a 5-year deal, and they agreed to increase pay, forced overtime, give drivers day off, and add some air conditioning to some of their trucks. Same cannot be said for United Auto Workers. Oh boy. See PFL's Rail Report for further details. We continue to watch LNG and LPGs. According to the EAI, the United States exported more natural gas than any country in the first 6 months of 2023. LNG exports 11.6 BCF a day. That was up 4% and 9.5% higher than 2022 annual average, according to data the U.S. Department of Energy LNG reports. The more LNG that produced, the more LPGs produced. Good for rail. See PFL's Rail Report for further details. As it relates to today's podcast, in addition, we highlight the latest refinery runs, the latest import and export numbers for all petroleum-related products. Petroleum carloads are up week over week. Read all about in today's report. We, of course, have quite a few detailed graphs and charts for your viewing pleasure. Also, in every weekly report is the latest and greatest on what cars are available for sale, lease or sublease. Please call PFL today for all your railcar storage needs, leasing, subleasing, car cleaning, repair, flaring, nitrogen generation, and transloading services. Well, thank you, folks, for listening, and please make sure you read the report. There's a lot of detail in there, and we hope you have a great, safe week.